Hey, Steven, real quick. Oh, never mind.
Hey everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Trapped in the Mists here on the RPG Storytelling Twitch and YouTube channels. Hey everyone. Welcome. It's good to see
Hey.
everybody. What's happening? All right. Well, I'm glad to see everyone out there in streaming land, VOD land, all of the good stuff. Thank you for joining us on this journey through this adventure. It brings me, as I say all the time, brings me great joy that you guys are enjoying the stories that we're telling here. So I appreciate you guys out there, and I see you. Thank you. Um, if you are on the VODs and you want to come join us live, we do stream just about every Tuesday around 8ish p.m. Eastern. That translates to about 5 p.m. Pacific or whatever your local time zone that happens to be. Um, and same vice versa. If you're looking to replay a favorite moment, make a clip, uh, whatever you need to do, and you want to go back and look at the VOD, just go ahead and search on over on YouTube RPG Storytelling. If you're having trouble finding either one, the lives or the VODs, rpgstorytelling.com got you covered. That will get you a link to all of the socials, regardless of what it is. It'll get you a link to our merch store. It's great stuff over there, guys. You should definitely check it out. And it will also get you a link to some real cool like newsletters and uh, how to play tips. It goes through rulings. It's all good stuff over there, man. Sarah's really outdoing herself.
I do
It's
my
good
best.
stuff. It is very good stuff. Well, Sarah, what else you got? What else is going on? Anything new we should
Let's
tell the people about?
see. So still working on the Draconic Language Primer for the Patreon page, which is coming along quite nicely. Um, and let's see, the other big thing that I'm currently working on for our merch store is a brand new set of character posters for both campaigns, for Trapped in the Mists and for Myths of
Ooh.
Gaia. These new ones will actually be character sheet posters for each character.
Ooh.
So more on
Cool.
that coming soon.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm very excited about that. That's such a cool idea. Okay, that was fun. Awesome. Well, without further ado, it sounds like let's go ahead and get started and dive right back into the mists and find our way to the realm of Barovia, the land the land of no sun and whose skies are always overcast by the thick clouds of the mists. As it is now, so has it been for decades, centuries passing as has each before it. The people here are born, they live, and they die. And some even find themselves unlucky enough to live through another turning of the cycle, when the mists and the shadowy creatures that inhabit them deem it time to wake the count from his slumber and capture souls from beyond their borders to entertain the denizens here. And this is where our story continues. Ned, what happened last time?
It's a really good question. Actually, I'm not even on camera. Um, okay. So last time, Riss was going on their great adventure with what's this lady's name again?
Ludmilla.
Ludmilla.
Oh,
Ludmilla, there we
Ludmilla,
go.
yes.
Their vampire science-y adventure, that is. So they went to Ludmilla's tower, started doing experiments. Um, you know, probably not super ethical. Pretty sure there's some, I just don't think like the IRB board would approve of these. But essentially they had a whole bunch of vampires that vampire spawn that Strahd had turned. And they were trying to figure out if they can find a cure. Over 2 days, they got fairly close, but nothing actually stuck, if I'm correct. Correct?
Correct. They're in the right direction. They have some positive feedback from the, or positive data from
Yeah.
these trials and experiments, and they're in the right direction.
Yep, so not the left direction. Perfect. And
Correct.
now there is a little added caveat that they also want to test not only if they can find something that cures, but as a bonus, if possible, something that inoculates and prevents vampirism from occurring, since Strahd is being a little bitch as usual. Um, to explain that, at one point, Ludmilla, in our rope trick, after having a I forget what spell it was, dispelled off her,
Gesh.
after having the Gesh spell dispelled off her, and we did look up that pronunciation. Um, Let us know that Strahd's being a little bitch, and he's turning random people into spawns potentially, and going to have them. I guess the plan, from the sounds of it, the plan is have them all attack, and in addition to maybe other nefarious deeds, um, on a potential date, likely when our group is looking to do heroic shit like reconsecrate, the Fanes or whatever. With that information, we thought, hey, it's probably a good idea to look into that and how to do it specifically. So Ned went to the Amber Temple while the science humans were sciencing. And with the help of the druids there, Luciana Grande, that other dude, Nephron. FYI, I said that I remember his name by thinking of the kidneys, and that actually worked. Um,
Nice.
they figured out how to actually reconsecrate, which will probably involve a challenge on each location and talking to some dude named Sir Radovan. Um, which seems cool. Ned went back to the party. The science gals, humans came back to the party as well. And then the plan was to look more into the Book of Strahd and get some chapters done.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that brings us back to the present. We have been jumping around a little bit with some timey-wimey nonsense just because we wanted to do some downtime and intermingle that with some tome reading. And so to avoid herky-jerky back and forth, we did all of the downtime. And now we'll come back to the tome reading that happened. So, as the first day of downtime wraps up, we have Ivor working on a potion of necrotic resistance. We have Riss returning from their first day of research with Ludmilla and the revelations that accompanied that evening. Going into the second day, wee hours of the morning, Riss is working on translating the next chapter, which is chapter 8. So we're going to make an Arcana check, and because I'm the one rolling, there's a chance this might not work. The DC is not astronomically high, and they have an astronomical bonus to Arcana. However, I am... What?
And they're rolling it at advantage, aren't they?
Are they rolling it at advantage?
I don't know. This is like literally information pertaining to Strahd.
No, this is a decoding check. This is
Got it.
written
Okay.
in. That's not how
so
that's supposed to work.
Right. Also, let's say that as they're doing this, they walk by Ned, who is sleep talking, and in his sleep talk, he casts guidance
Oh, boy.
10 minutes prior to.
Can I give them a flash of genius?
No, you guys are all asleep.
No, that's why I was joking about the guidance, because I can't do that either.
Suzoto could give Riss the help action.
Tizoto doesn't have Arcana proficiency, unfortunately.
You can't have a familiar give you the help action on those?
Well, on ability checks, my home rule is you have to have proficiency to give the help action.
I think that's
That's
also the
fair.
regular rules, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's a good.
Not
yeah.
technically,
Oh.
unless they updated it in 24.
They did not, I don't
I always
think.
assumed it
This is
was.
not. What the heck? Why isn't it rolling with the bonus? 12, 15. No, it's not doing it. Whatever. I'm going to roll an actual d20 because D&D Beyond is fighting me. And my luck certainly I don't understand how this is possible.
Knowledge
I
of a past
rolled
life.
knowledge of it. Let's see, knowledge of it because I did fail. Knowledge of a past life. How does that work?
I think
Even
it's a
with the plus
D6.
13?
D6,
Yes.
I believe.
I rolled exactly the wrong, the just high enough to fail.
So I think the
Knowledge of a
D6
past
will help
life.
you.
Ability check that uses a skill. You can roll a d6 immediately after seeing the number on the d20 and add that number to the d6 on the check. You can use this feature 4 times. Regain all when you expend a long rest. Yes, I will roll, and then that will make it succeed. For chapter 8. Now, we'll say with this extra effort that they expend doing this, it's clear that something weird is going on with this chapter. As you guys gather for breakfast and prep the final bits of your morning routine,
Which involved the rope trick and everything to obfuscate as much as possible that we're doing this.
Yes. The Riss just sort of glances up. I don't know. This magic feels different this time. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to stay back to hold the door open. You guys go and do your thing, and then come tell me what happened. And the magic releases, and you 4 are sucked into the book, leaving Riss behind to hold down the fort in the rope trick. And you find yourselves tumbling inward, just everything blowing by in color and light before just sort of like stopping in midair, weightless, as you guys have felt before. Slowly, you feel the ground beneath your feet in this dark liminal space. Can I please... What is happening? I need to restart my computer, I think, at some point. But it is not right now.
What was the title of chapter 8?
Chapter 8 is The Heart of the Old Gods. All right. As you guys begin to... this is really bugging me. This must be this window. Anyway, as you guys begin to find yourselves one by one here in this place, suddenly you're beginning to move and you're walking, as you are at the start of every chapter and at the close of every chapter. And suddenly, though you did not see him, your narrator and guide, Strahd himself, is once again leading you in a small group, and picks up where he left off at the close of the previous chapter, which you will recall is the corruption of Yesterhill and the destruction of Gabriel Andrel and Serena Markovia. At the close, I set to raise and salt the earth to purify it. Neither the ancient spirits of the druids nor the gods of the old world would rule above me. I am the ancient. I am the land. He continues. I wrenched superstition and tradition from the claws of the few who clung to their old ways. The souls trapped here were to succumb or suffer. The darkness just sort of, instead of brightening this time, just everything, your periphery closes in around you, and your vision sort of resolves as you are soaring above Barovia. and you have an understanding that in the months and years that followed the desecration of the mountain fane at Yesterhill, which you guys experienced, Strahd learned more about the sacred sites that remained within the ethereal Barovian borders. The two remaining sites, dedicated to the Forest Fane in the Svalich Woods, near where Old Bone Grinder now stands, and the Swamp Fane at the edge of the river village of Berez, both required careful observation and research in order to permanently render them impotent. With the aid of his maid, Lysaga, and several other hags, Strahd was able to complete his domination of Barovia. And as has been mentioned and suspected, by severing and claiming the Fane's connection to the land itself, he gained total control of Barovia. By combining their now perverted, sacred essences, he was able to grant unholy life to a living heart that beats from within the walls of Castle Ravenloft, a heart that protects him from any possible danger. As this sort of dreamlike logic revelation washes over your minds, your perspectives sort of soar over and down the river that sort of flows north to south and divides Barovia into two halves, down to Berez, the flooded village. That is not flooded. It is not a swamp here, such as you know it. At least not here in this moment. It is, however, marshy and warm and humid. It's prime for it, but it's not ruins, and it's not swamp.
Hey, are marshes different from swamps?
Not technically. But it's sort of humid, and it's more Florida weather than it is actual swamp.
It's swamp light right now, not like mega swamp. Got it.
Correct. And eventually you guys set down, and your perspectives lower down into a set of standing stones. Everybody give me... Did you guys... Let's see. You guys didn't run into standing stones like this when you were looking at going after Coal Snap, did you?
No.
Did I talk about that? Is that
Nope.
new? Is that new information?
I think so.
Pretty sure.
Cool. Never mind.
Standing stone.
There are a ring of 12 stones, 4 on the cardinal directions, 1 north, south, east, and west, and then there are pairs of stones that stand equidistant between each of these cardinal directions, forming a ring of 12 equidistant stones. The cardinal directions are much larger and much more formidable than the smaller pairs between them. And as you guys sort of take stock of your surroundings, you find that you are perhaps wearing the guises of forest folk druids who have abandoned their connection to the Fanes and have turned to serve Strahd and his forces. Humidity swells and damp air sticks to your skin. The stench of putrid water swirling with rotten plants floods your nostrils, and your feet sink into soft peat. A dozen moss-covered menhirs form a near-perfect circle in the spongy earth. These weathered stones range in height from 15 to 18 feet. 4 in the north, south, east, and west rise above 20. Each of the cardinal stones has a figure bound to it with rope. As you look around, a wild-looking woman with sticks and mud plastered to her graying hair stands at the northernmost stone. And in the center of the circle is Strahd von Zarovich himself, levitating mere inches above the muddy soil. You understand and recognize this figure immediately to be Baba Lysaga. A figure you know to be significant to Strahd in significant in Strahd's backstory and has always been a figure with him throughout his life. Lysaga was his nursemaid and traveled here to Barovia with him out of a misguided semblance of maternal care.
As we're seeing this, Ned's gonna lean over to Yana. I was like, you know, he's just showing off. No one really needs to hover a few inches from the ground. You either fly or you don't. What the fuck's the point of this? In a whisper.
I agree. I prefer to stay on the ground, or at least something solid.
All right, you guys can drag your tokens in.
I have a
wherever you would
question
like.
for you also, Stephen, on something you mentioned.
Yes.
Did we know before that the heart was connected to the three like Fane whatever's being deconsecrated or whatever?
No, that was the connection with the heart is new information.
Got it. Could we theorize that if we reconsecrate them, we don't need to shoot them with a giant cannon that'll like activate they make um two bags of holding connect and send something to like the shadow realm? We don't have to do that.
It's a possibility.
Cool. I mean, we'll keep that anyway because shooting things with bags of holding is still fun. But it's good to know that maybe we can skip that step.
All right. This seems to be, as described, a or even in this time, an ancient stone, ancient circle of large stone monoliths. None of them seem to be particularly carved in any particular like overall shape, like the heads of Easter Island or anything like that. But they do each they are each individually like a block, with 4 separate shapes on the cardinal directions. What is everyone doing?
Besides like us, are there any other druids around?
No.
Or is it just us 4?
You guys are just the druid. You guys are the only druids.
Okay, what's everybody else doing that's not us?
There are a couple of young but gross-looking women, who you can only assume to be earlier incarnations of the hags that you guys have faced, or perhaps ancestors of the hags you faced. Baba Lysaga herself is over at the northernmost stone with a figure tied to it. Strahd is in the center, just sort of overlooking. As you glance around, you notice each of these cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, has a person tied to it. And they're tied upside down. Feet at the top, arms just sort of like wrapped around as best they can fit, and their head at the bottom, and their faces are very red with blood flow. The one to the south and the one to the west are both already dead, with holes in their chest, where you can only assume like a heart was removed. The one to the north is currently being addressed by Baba Lysaga and one of her attendants, and the one to the east is currently unmolested, or not unmolested, but he doesn't have anybody there messing with him at the moment.
So they're working clockwise?
Clockwise potential? No.
Perhaps.
I'll
Yeah,
put my
perhaps
staff down in reverse time. I'm kidding.
How far is that?
Do these people have anything in common besides being upside down and tied?
They are all very emaciated. And as you look, the two that are give me a perception check.
Gotta guide myself.
Can I jump in on that as well, DM, or is that a net only?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, like I'm pretty much looking to see like, is there any commonality, like culture, clothing, type of people, gender, all that kind of jazz.
That's only a 12 from me.
Yeah. That that covers my question because I was gonna ask, like, are they all like the same race, or are there different races in here?
I got a 14.
12 and 14, not bad. They're all humans. Two of them are, no, they're all male. They're all, as I mentioned, severely emaciated, and they do all seem to be druidic in the way that you see traces of things that were woven into their beards, into their hair. Some have been ripped out and scattered on the ground. Some remain through sheer force of willpower of these beads and little trinkets that are just matted into the hair. These were druids. These were druids that were specifically based on just snippets of conversation that you pick up as these hags are shouting to each other. And from what you are observing, the types of charms, the iconography, these were druid priests of the Fanes. Sort of like high druids almost. Perhaps not archdruids, but heads of the orders. On a 14, you also notice that their eyes have been gouged out.
Even the living ones?
Yes, even the living ones. Seems to have been done antemortem, pre-mortem before. It was done while they were alive, and then the other two have since died. Strahd floats there slowly, waiting patiently. And just sort of slowly turns to regard you, your group. Says nothing, just sort of takes you in as you're taking the scene in. And a small smile creeps across his face as he continues to just sort of turn and survey the rest of the area.
Is he still under the impression that we're like his imaginary friends from childhood?
No, your guys, your perspective changes every time.
Mm-hmm.
Now you guys are basically traitorous druids. In each chapter it's different. You were friends in the wedding, friends of the bride in the wedding. You were imaginary friends in childhood. Here you are, allies of his.
Okay.
Right.
I guess I'm a little confused on exactly like what the objective is of this chapter, like what we're supposed to learn or observe. Like it just seems like a fucked up ritual. Like we already knew he's fucked up.
Well, you are
And
welcome to.
Strahd is midair. Like,
Mhm.
do we go and grab him? Do we stop this, or like, what are we doing?
No, we can't stop it anyway. But I'm gonna walk over to Bubbleless Saga.
Yes.
I'll go with
You head as you guys head over. She is, she's feeding this priest, and she's dribbling some sort of gruel meal something. It's like unflavored oatmeal and just like gross, but like some sort of nutrition. And she's slowly dripping it into his mouth. And he's not saying anything, but he's eating like relievedly, and just sort of as much as he can move, like gulping it down.
Do I get a
Yes.
sense? Oh,
Go ahead.
I'll let you continue after this, but do I get a sense that the druid I'm inhabiting and Baba Lysaga share a language?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll let her do her thing first.
She just sort of like turns her head ever so slightly in your direction as you guys approach. Yes. What can I do for you?
Forgive me, as my colleagues can attest, I am not quite one of the smarter ones from my group. Can you please remind me what it is that's being done here and how it works?
Surely aren't, are you?
It's it, it's I just made fun of Maddox for it growing up.
Clearly, I did not do anything for you. You are still the same duddering fool that you started. We are here to do the ritual. We are here to rip the power from this place and these lands. How could you forget this?
So this is basically I was talking to you, not to her.
Right.
This is basically the swamp area, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this a different thing than what we did for the forest one? Or did we not see what they did in the forest as well as it is?
You guys haven't done the forest. Did you do the forest?
What was the
No.
one we just did last time?
That was Yester
Mountain.
Hill, the mountain.
Oh, that was a mountain one. Okay. So, but it didn't require this, or did we not see what they did after like we cleared it?
No, you guys just made it. It was the very beginning. You didn't see the actual ritual that they performed.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are approaching, you also notice that each of these pairs of stones, the smaller ones between the north, south, east, west, each of them has the iconography of an animal, and each of them also has a carcass of an animal laid out in front. Working clockwise from 1 o'clock, we got, let's see, bear. And I'm putting these on the map so you guys can see them. Elk. Hawk. Panther.
Oh, sorry, random thing. Ivor, remember to click that you have inspiration on your sheet, because human. Every long rest, you get a new inspiration.
Oh, I thought it worked different because we're in the book, but okay.
We started the day.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys started off off a long rest. All right, so working clockwise, starting at 1 o'clock, we have bear, elk, hawk, panther, owl, goat, wolf, and raven. And each one has a animal carcass, has the corresponding animal carcass laid open in front of it in a old pagan bloody sacrificial style. Entrails have been laid out. It's almost like the way they do like autopsies, how they open people up. Same thing with these animal carcasses, ritually desecrated. And each of these stones is anointed with various elements of the animals as well as quantities of blood. Lysaga continues. We're here for the ritual. It is imperative that you take care of your business. Do not interrupt me as I take care of this one. Go and tend to the other.
My apologies. So sorry.
Everyone give me an insight check.
I'm assuming she means like the one on the east side.
Ivor, don't forget you have guidance.
I got a 9.
Insight check.
6.
19.
1 second.
Wait, Ned, you got a 9 or a 19?
9.
It's showing. I see 19 here.
Oh,
Yeah, I see 19 also.
okay, then maybe it rolled the wrong thing for me. So then it should be that
Well.
plus 3.
Okay.
Move.
Nice. Okay.
Well, no, you know what? It's weird because on my end it said I rolled a 6 on insight, and then I rolled a 3 on my guidance.
Huh. I don't see the guidance. Let me see
The
what
guidance
the
is
game
just a
log
custom
says.
roll.
That's weird. D&D Beyond says 6. But Roll20 says 19. That's fun.
Take your pick.
All right. Easy enough though. She means the one to the east. The only living priest that still remains.
And do I get a sense of what I need to do based on who I am?
It's unclear. She seems to be. You look around and just sort of glance like, okay, she was feeding him. Maybe that's what she wants you to do there. And there is a pouch of the slop that you can feed him with if you want.
I'll take the pouch and do that.
I'll drag you guys over to the eastern. Is anyone staying with Baba Lysaga, or are you guys all four going to the eastern priest?
I'm going to the Eastern Priest with Ned.
I was already there,
it's-
so
Okay, how about
Sure.
this? I'll let Gawain go to the eastern place, and I'll stay with Baba Lysaga. I'm already playing the dumb guy, so this kind of works.
Wonderful. Okay. So yes, there is a. As the three of you guys approach the remaining priest, let's see. The individual seems to react to your footsteps and the wet slurps and squelches that the ground makes as you traverse over it. Hearing he almost whimpers a little bit, and he speaks a language. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
If I cast comprehend languages, I can understand everything.
I will
But
cast
I'm-
comprehend
but I'm-
languages as well.
I'm actually with
Um,
Baba Lysaga though, so I can't hear him.
No
I will-
need
I
to.
will-
No need to
I
cast
will.
that. I just wasn't sure if anyone would recognize it off the cuff. The magic of this story provides comprehend languages. The magic of the tome provides that to you already in this moment. He speaks, and you don't understand the grammar of his words, but you understand what he is communicating, and it shakes up your brain a little bit. This book tends to do that. As you guys approach, Mistress, no, please, Mistress, no, please.
I'd like to potentially, if possible, I'm gonna whisper to Yana and Ivor and say, just give me some cover. I'm gonna try to get some intel.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna act like I'm feeding this dude a little bit. Like it'll look like I'm feeding him from the outside, but really I'm going to try to talk to this poor man.
Okay. You crouch down. Go ahead and give me either a performance or a deception, whichever you want.
I'll go with performance. Would guidance be inappropriate in this moment?
If somebody has it they want to give, yeah, for sure.
Guidance.
Come on. Stay on the fucking board. Here we go. That is a plus 9, 25.
25. Yeah. You do a very good job. It is you have the capability to give a convincing performance.
Um, I'd like to start having a whisper conversation with this individual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to start it with, I'm sorry, we don't have a lot of time. My name is Gawain. I'm a friend. I don't wish to hurt you, but I do wish to help you, and the only way I can do that is if you help me with information. How do we stop what they're doing?
I, I don't where are we? I don't know where we are. I can't see. I can't see.
We're in a large circle of 12 stones with some animal carcasses around them. I believe it is one of the Fanes.
Give me a. We'll come to that in a minute.
Oh wow.
My lady, my lady, no, what are they doing to you, my lady? Give me a, persuasion check to
Okay.
pull him back.
Can I say something to him before I do that?
Yes.
I know this is going to sound completely absurd, but in a world of magic, you must know that everything is possible. We come from a different time, where we are on the verge of defeating Strahd. This is the last information we need. Please. Please focus. What can you tell me? And ooh, okay, okay, okay. Persuasion, you said?
Yes.
Um, Prayer. Jesus Christ. Math. 27. Yeah, 27.
27 will do it.
Yes, okay.
He takes a couple of deeper breaths and settles himself. We were kidnapped. I don't even know how long ago. Weeks and weeks ago. We've been here for a very long time. Very long time. The witch feeds us just enough, and they're going to. I don't know. They're going. I don't know if they're going to kill her. I don't know if they're going to eat her. I don't know if they're going to usurp her. They're going, but they're going to do something to my lady, and I can't do anything to stop it. Every day, over and over again, they beat us and lash us and torture us and demand that we renounce our ladies as false gods and recognize Strahd as our only master. I haven't yet, but I don't know how much more of this I'm going to die here.
I'm going to go ahead and start, as he's like, as he stops talking and starts taking more breaths, I'm going to try to give him a little bit of water, just because he probably hasn't had much to drink. I know my words are of little consolation, but no, the resistance that everyone has put up through the years of Strahd's tormented reign has given us foundations to stand on, to finally knock the tyrant down and break the night. Your lady, I assume you mean the Lady of the Swamp.
Yes. 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 Oh, my lady, what are they doing to you?
Um, let's see. Um, is there anything of significance of the lore and history surrounding the Lady of the Swamp, your liege lady?
How do you, what do you, how do you mean?
Are there any artifacts of importance that may bring her back, that may reinstate her power? Any rituals you know of, any magics,
I,
anything that you think could help?
I don't know. I don't know. I know that they are strong and they are resilient. They're beautiful and they're kind. I don't know how much of them will be left. I don't know how much of her will be left.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Mother was she was a manifestation of the gems, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And the gems are directly tied to the Fanes.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be a logical conclusion to then say that Mother is a potential like reincarnation of the Lady of the Swamp? Some kind of like like conglomeration, polymerization of the different souls of the different Fanes?
If not a reincarnation, a fragment that remained. Certainly.
Um, sorry, I got distracted with the thing they were saying in the chat. What was the last thing you said?
Yes. If not a reincarnation outright, perhaps a fragment that remained and was able to endure and present itself.
In our time, roughly 1,000 years from now, there was a beautiful creature. We simply called her Mother. She was the matriarch of an order of druids. She was, if not the reincarnation of your Lady of the Swamp, she was a remnant of her, at least. She does live on. She does endure.
Thank you. Thank you, stranger. Thank you. My lady. Oh, my lady. As we cut... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask him what his name was.
My... Doric.
Ooh, from the movie.
Dork, you will not be forgotten. Your sacrifice is not in vain. You have done more than you could possibly dream today.
My lady, please. As we cut back over to Lasaga and Ned, she has finished. While Gawain is having this conversation, she has continued to feed this druid just a little bit. Scraps, really, just she's not looking to keep him alive for a long time, just looking to keep him alive for
For a good time.
a good time. Yes.
I
I
don't
mean,
think that works here.
and she has put down the pouch and draws a 9 whipped lash.
As she does this, like, so, why the feeding? Why the animals? Why this lash?
She sighs exasperatedly and just turns. Who are you? Where have you been? This is... I have half a mind to whip you with this.
I'm trying, okay? Look. I've been told I need to pay more attention, so I'm trying to ask questions so that I get it down right next time.
Perhaps you will remember better on your knees.
I shall get on my knees.
Watch and learn. She turns, mumbling under her breath about some pitiful forest folk and the inferiority of the druids. And she just sort of, without getting into too much torture detail, there's psychological elements of it where she sort of just drapes and just sort of wipes the whip over this guy, and he's like in terror, waiting for it to happen, almost as bad as like actually getting tortured by the witch. And then she'll lay into him, and then I don't want to slip too far down this rabbit hole because it makes me feel gross how much detail is coming to mind. And as she continues to torture this poor man, his cries of pain just sort of like punctuating these moments of silence, and just sort of like cacophonous animal cries and bird sounds in the background. As Gawain, you were having this conversation with Doric. With every cry from this other priest, he calls out, Riaj! Riaj, no, not you two, no, Riaj. Stranger, please do something. And then he'll calm down and return to a little bit more lucidity, answer some questions, and then Riaj will cry out again, and he will be distracted, looking around in his darkened state, trying to think of anything he can do. As this individual continues to cry out, Lysaga stops and drops the lash. And whispers something while reciting an incantation while performing some sort of somatic components, and her hand and fingers just sort of like crack and like unhinge and grows into the hand grows in size and grows talons, and it becomes like significantly more bestial, but in a dark and corrupted way. And she
Primal savagery cantrip?
it reminds, give me an Arcana check.
Just regular savagery.
Yeah, just normal savagery, nothing primal.
24.
Civilized savagery, if you will.
24.
See, I rolled a 24 and it says 28. It's just adding to...
That's wild.
I'm going by what my page says is going, not what it sends to Roll20.
That's probably more correct. I agree. Perhaps a little bit of primal savagery. It also reminds you of the spell that you've heard druids casting, Guardian of Nature.
Hmm.
How their form shifts into be. Let me look it up because now I want to see it.
What, the tree and the great beast?
Yeah. Guardian of Nature. Primal Beast. Fur covers your body. You gain. You're faster, stronger. Deal extra force damage. Facial features become feral. Dark vision, whole nine. And as you watch her, she embodies this bestial persona as it sort of spreads up her body and across the rest of her as well. Her face just sort of like lengthens, almost like a pseudo lichen transformation. Not quite a full on, but just ever so slightly long enough that you're like, it smacks of the it rhymes. It smacks of the same flavor. She leans down and hunkers down, her now longer arms resting on her knees, and she whispers in this priest's ear, "Today is the day that you see the end of your lady." And she just, pulling her fingers together, just right in through his chest, and plunges deep to the wrist, perhaps to the mid-forearm, and grasps his heart, ripping it out. And there we are. A shriek ripples across the swamp, much louder, much stronger, much more riddled. And it ripples across the swamp, silencing the chirping and the buzzing in the air. The old woman steps away from the colossal northern stone with her bony fingers caged around a still beating heart as it slowly pumps itself dry and just sort of spurts the last little bits out onto the ground. She motions and beckons to Strahd with her open hand, and he drifts toward her. The Lord removes a glass vial from his coat and slides it delicately through a mound of soil at the stone's base, where the mud is saturated with this individual's blood. The heart gushes and squirms as if trying to escape, and the woman squeezes what blood remains into the vial to mingle with the bog soil. Strahd seals the glass with a cork, cups her face and kisses her tenderly on the forehead, and disappears into a cloud of quickly dissipating smoke and mist, leaving her with a wide motherly grin cracking her aging face. You guys glance around, and you see your vision begins to darken.
Wait, no, I had one more question for her.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Before she goes to receive her kiss or whatever. But I don't understand. I mean, my former people, they can probably easily reverse all this, no? What's stopping them?
You fool. You really do know nothing, don't you? They cannot simply reverse it. He will hold it. And they will have to come after him. They will have to take what he has. Find what he has and take it from him. And no one can do that.
She's indicating Strahd.
Yes.
Does it sound like she's talking about the actual fucking vial?
Or like she's talking about the gems.
Give me an insight check.
Totally not good at these. I have an amazing +0 to it.
I got a +2.
But I got a 12 before my guidance.
Okay.
and I got a 16 total. And we all know that a 16 passes the flying colors and tells me everything I need to know.
It does, exactly.
I said
Uh,
it, so it has to be canon now.
yeah. We've bullied the DMs and he hasn't replied yet, so it's canon.
We,
Yes.
but we already celebrated. It means it's canon.
Yeah, we did it, guys. 16.
Um, with the she is speaking a little bit hyperbolically, and she's speaking metaphorically. She's not talking about the vial itself, and she's more referring to, from what you can gather with her tone and the way she's speaking, they hadn't really considered the thought that somebody might come and like reconsecrate it. The idea being that Strahd, like, if this all goes according to plan, Strahd will know and will like stop it ahead of time, right? It's her understanding is that they're going to have to go take the power from Strahd, which may not be perfectly accurate. Like I said, the takeaway here is that she's speaking hyperbolically and like almost trying to impress a devotee rather than like talking actual like logistics of how this works.
Got it. Okay. And then one last thing I'll tell her is like, stuttering on purpose. For the next one, can I take a more direct role under your tutelage?
Yes, you may. Your ambition is good for your growth. And she turns and begins to walk toward the remaining priest as the scene darkens, and like it swirls and like melts and darkens. And you blink, and you're somewhere else entirely. You're in a hut. And as you take your bearings, you realize that you are different visages. Your perspectives are once again in a different form, in a different body. Let's see. The harsh smell of swampy decay withers, but the warmth remains. The thick, heavy air is replaced by a dry heat, and the mists coalesce into ramshackle walls made of twigs and logs, dense wooden furniture, and all the trimmings of a kitchen. Scents of seasoned meat pies linger in the air. At the center of this small hutch is an iron kiln. Horrid-looking hags with blue-green skin, wiry hair, and wretched fingers that creep like spiders' legs all huddle around it. You now, as you're taking this scene in, see that your own skin is a bluish-green hue, and your hands are tipped with similarly claw-like fingernails.
We're hags?
Yes, you are. Strahd stands with you, no more than a few feet away in the tightly crowded shack, pressed against a heavy table set with a butcher's cleaver knife, and a wide array of diced vegetables and spice jars. A raven is restrained in his hand, fluttering feverishly to fly away, but unceremoniously, he snaps its neck and hands it to a young woman just across the table from him. Another for the cutting board, Morgantha. Feather it as you would like. And with that, she places it on the chopping block and lops the bird's head off before sloppily plucking its feathers.
Is this young woman a hag as well, or just some lady?
Yes. This is a hag. Give me a perception check.
DM,
Yes.
as we're in this scene, is it possible for Wayne to whisper and give everyone a bardic inspiration? I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
hey, of like just be like, hey guys, that went actually relatively well. I think I got some maybe useful info. Good job. So he
I'll
sticks to everyone.
just can I whisper back to Gwen?
Mm-hmm.
If you can, ask him. Actually, above table. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Was his name significant at all?
How do you mean?
Doric,
Like in
I think he's talking about.
yeah.
When you say significant, like, is it like what does that mean? Do you mean like have you heard it before, or
Have we heard before, or is it significant in the fact that these were the four members that, like, in the overarching story of Strahd?
Doric, Riage, and these were High Priest, Druids,
What did he say his name was?
Thanes.
Derek?
Doric and
Doric.
Doric and Riage. Riage is the one who had his heart ripped out. Doric is the one who remained. He is not a name that you are familiar with. He hasn't been mentioned in your presence. And you haven't come across it in any, at least not in a significant and meaningful way. As you guys continue, let's see. So you, Gawain, you give everyone, you say, good job, I think we got some good stuff, and you give everyone a bardic inspiration. Ivor, what was your reply? Was there anything in particular?
Oh, I was just gonna ask Gawain if he can how do I say this? Ask them if they know the names of the people that are chained up here.
Oh, we left that. It's too
Yeah,
late now.
we're past
We're
them. We
Yeah,
traded
we're
past.
My bad.
You asked for a check, DM, I think.
I asked for a perception check, yes.
With my guidance, I got a total of 9.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. Was this for hearing and smell, or just
Just sight.
like 10?
We're doing great.
Okay.
10?
14?
14. 14, Gawain, this Morgantha looks familiar. She might have been one of the hags that you fought whenever you had the conflict at Yesterhill and took out Lysaga.
Yeah.
Which would have made her
1,000 years old.
hundreds of years old, exactly.
Good for her.
Didn't look a day over 700.
As you guys are just sort of like taking in this scene for half a moment, Morgantha plucks the raven and Strahd exits the hut, only to return about 30 seconds later with a new raven. He holds onto it for a moment as it flaps and struggles. And then he wrings its neck, hands it to Morgantha once she's finished with the other one, and the cycle continues. And then plucks out its feathers. Yeah, if you wanted to take a peek around, you can take a look around this cabin for a minute.
I don't think we're on the right map.
No. Oh, yes. No, I don't have a map for this one.
It should be.
Do
It's the other
Got
map
Sarah.
in that section.
Oh, it is the other map in that section. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, it's on the bottom. Aha!
And
It
the
is-
roof
oh, there it
is
is.
the roof is a foreground layer, so as we walk under it, it should.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Let me check the light real quick. Cool. In that case, I will drag a spectator down here, and I'll drag you guys onto the right map. Oops.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
Wait, what is this supposed to be?
A hut.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing.
If you move your token inside, it'll get rid of the ceiling.
They're making pizza inside.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Gotta grab the token. Wait.
All right, Spirit Guardians. Just kidding.
Wow.
Just passed it for no reason.
Spirit card immediately. Oh. My computer said no.
All right. So yes, it is a small little hut. It is very cramped, with the four of you. In addition to, let's see, let's get one of you guys out of here.
So hold on. To review, Strahd is getting ravens from where?
He's leaving the hut, and then returning. As you guys are inside, he's collecting them somewhere.
So he's getting ravens and having them pluck, and then having more, whatever her name is, pluck the heads off?
Yep. She chops it heads off and then plucks the feathers out. She seems to be getting ready to cook something with them.
Alright, well, I want to go outside and see where he's getting the ravens from.
Yeah.
As you poke your head outside and begin to look around, he's just he just sort of holds his arms out and whistles a bird song, and several of them come over and flock down, and he grabs a hold of one, and as he grasps it and then begins to move, all of the other ones fly away. He seems to be charming them into coming over in a way.
Animal friendship?
Something like that. As he moves, the whatever charm or spell this is breaks, and the bird that he has a grasp on begins to panic and flutter and peck and squawk and scratch and just sort of writhe as he heads back in. And then after a couple of moments, returns empty-handed and does it again.
He's like the world's worst Disney princess.
I'm gonna go up to the one, what's her name, or whatever?
Morgantha.
Morgantha. Yes.
What are you making, sister?
Oh, we are preparing a dish for the master. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. And it would be a waste to remove the bones and feathers without consuming the rest of the bird, yes?
Wait, so like the heads that are being pulled out are separate for like not straw, I'm guessing is what you mean?
It's so from what she said, it sounds like cooking with the ravens is secondary and in a every part of the bison kind of way.
So we're using the rate for something else. We just happen to be cooking what we can cook. Okay.
Yep.
And what, pray tell, does he want with the other parts?
He has a pet project going on. It is a great secret, but he has boasted about it to me. It is going to be a wonderful, wonderful shield and armor for himself. That is all that is all he would tell me, but I'm sure it will be wonderful and great and glorious.
Oh, that does sound amazing. I wish I knew more. Such powerful armor must have such deep magics within them.
You must be correct. I can only assume as much myself. Gawain, are you doing anything in particular?
Trying not to destroy the whole place.
And that's true.
So
He
does it seem like
sneezes and accidentally casts Spirit Guardians with his sneeze, and everything just blows up.
just a pulse wave shoots out?
There goes another stove through the wall.
I know that was like objectively one of the most silly episodes, but that is maybe one of my favorites just because it like legitimately elicited rage from Gawain. But yeah, so it looks like are they just keeping the heads and then cooking the bodies is what you're saying?
They are spreading taking the heads off to one side. They're definitely not cooking them. Let me see.
Is he like trying to get a bunch of like raven skulls or something? Is it
Yeah,
like
the heads are being
why
cooked, the
keep the
bodies
head
are
and cook
being
the body?
kept.
well,
No,
it's called
the opposite. The bodies are being cooked. The heads are being kept.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
yeah. Well, okay, they do call it Castle Ravenloft.
The bits that are being cleaned out of these birds are also being set aside in what appears to be not a trash pile. Those seem to be being preserved. The viscera, bones, the feathers, the heads are all being all kept all together, but they're being kept in a large bowl. Like they will be used later for some sort of perhaps reagents or other crafting implements. Gawain, as you're looking around, you also it's the scent of these meat pies is disturbingly familiar.
Okay. Are there any? Is there anything in this kitchen that stands out to Gawain as like weird?
Weird how? Like not typical kitchen?
Yeah, like are there any ingredients that stand out as like not culinary?
Yes.
Raven.
Because that
Very
might
much
help
so.
us that might help us like figure out what they're trying to do.
Very much so. This is Give me an Arcana check.
Oh boy. Shit.
My favorite words to say to Gawain.
Can, can I give him guidance on this?
Yeah. Walking around, you can hit him with some guidance. You assume that he's doing something.
Yeah, I
Or
was
a
just.
kind and benevolent DM. Alright. Yeah, -1. So guidance pretty much cancels that out. Natural 20.
Nice. Gawain, you've
Let's
seen a
get on
kitchen like
the,
this before.
Yeah.
You've seen a kitchen like this before, and it filled you with rage. This is very much a hag's. Not only was it the kitchen in the windmill, run by a hag and then a demon. It also reminded you of Baba Lasaga's abode. The way that their dried reagents and dried substances are hung, being preserved or already having been preserved. There are shrunken heads, in addition to like actual culinary and like cooking bits. This is just as much a lab kitchen as it is a regular kitchen, just for hags and witches. And it has it has many, maybe not all of them, but many of the ingredients to the dream pies that the pie fiend, what had taught the hags how to make. Are you trying to be sneaky is a wrong word, but subtle about this, just sort of looking over the place, or are you just sort of taking an eye, just taking it in?
I think Gawain is actively trying to elicit information from the
Okay.
other hags. So is doing his absolute fucking best to try to not, lose his mind over what's going on here right now, because there's other shit that's more important. Like potentially getting information as to what the fuck they're doing. All the hags are all the hags female presenting?
Yes.
Okay. I can't remember if there was like male hags.
Not
I
here.
don't know.
There were. You guys fought some. In that when you
that's
fought the
right.
pie fiend, however,
Hmm.
they're not here at the moment. It's unclear if they were a later addition, and if so, when. But as you're sort of walking around admiring the place, Morgantha turns and just regards you. Oh yes, do you like my work over there? I'm still perfecting it. Nalgal is being such a dear and is teaching me how to make these pies. I hear they're going to be a dream.
I'm gonna cast message to Gawain to chill out.
What you don't see is just like Gawain has a hand on like some metal apparatus right now, like some part of the stove, and as he lifts his hand up, there's just like an indent where his fingers are.
I'll say, chill out. This already happened.
I know. I'm trying to get information and not lose my shit. Okay. Well, sister, would you mind bring me up to speed what you are making? I don't believe I've seen this recipe before. I've been quite busy elsewhere.
Oh, honestly, I haven't determined exactly what I want to do with these now that we've collected them all. The skulls and the other bits are useful, but the rest of these birds are just utterly abominable. So I figured we might try to cut down on the waste and craft a bit of a dish for the Lord. Do you have any suggestions on how we might use these birds?
Well, as ravens are I would say, gamier of birds, I would say you would maybe want to slow roast it or braise it.
Excellent idea indeed, yes. Excellent.
And it's about this point that you see Yana has started reaching into the bowl of innards and is unable to contain herself in her joy of eating them.
Oh no.
You definitely get
you go.
a bite or two before one of the other, not Morgantha because she's distracted by Gawain, but one of the other hags grabs your hand. Sister, do not eat our reagents. The master would be very cross with us.
Can't help it, they just look so delicious.
I understand. Do you think we do not agree with you? Of course they do. But they are not ours to take. You must exercise self-control, sister.
I've been trying, and it just keeps getting harder and harder to contain myself.
She looks over as the door begins to jostle as Strahd is returning. Do not let him see you take from that pile again, or else it will be your head in that bowl.
Yes, sister. And as soon as she turns her back, I'm going to reach over and grab one more.
Give me a stealth check as Strahd is walking in.
I don't even care if I get seen. I just do it.
Weird question, DM, while that's going on. Does there appear to be a recipe book anywhere?
6.
Morgantha has it with her. She's paging through.
Oh, but it's
Okay.
in her hand.
It's at her station.
Oh boy.
And Morgantha, I'll put a purple dot on her just so you guys know. Morgantha is the one over off to the right most of this area. 6.
6.
Strahd walks in and you just quick stick it in your pop it in your mouth.
What? I wasn't doing nothing.
He slowly just sort of drifts around.
Is he still flying like 1 inch above the ground?
This guy, he's not flying now, but he moves so smoothly he might as well be.
Okay, I was gonna say it's a dick thing to do.
Honestly, I probably should have, just because of how upset it makes you.
It's only upsetting because it's really fucking dumb to do. Like, what is the point of floating half an inch over the air?
It's pointless. It's almost as pointless as walking up invisible stairs when you're flying. He's done that before too.
He did that too. It's true.
He picks his way around and just sort of shimmies between Ivor, you, and one of these other hags, and makes his way around, and stands beside you, Yana. He doesn't say anything for a moment. And he leans over. You look a little peckish.
I don't... No, my lord.
Don't bother denying it. I saw it myself.
I'm not peckish anymore.
A smile creeps across his face. What is your name?
Damn, I had a name if you asked me. I can't believe you asked her instead.
I know.
I had a name set up the entire time. I've been waiting.
um, my name, sir, is Manich.
Manage. And he goes and he reaches in and he pulls out some more of the giblets. And he holds it up to you, right up to your mouth.
And let me see. Let me do a wisdom check really quickly just to see if I do this or not. Okay, I don't. Good. Tempted
Damn,
to
that
just
wisdom
bite
book
his-
helped you out.
I was tempted to just bite his fingers.
That would be funny.
But no, I just carefully open my mouth and I'm guessing allow him to shovel it in.
He as you open your mouth, he sort of holds your jaw and begins to he puts it in. But he doesn't stop. He forces his hand in further and further and further. As he's like shoving his whole fist in your mouth, what do you do?
My God.
I resist the urge to vomit all over his hand.
You gotta cast message again and tell Yana. Try moaning.
she attempts, but it comes out.
Oh my God.
What was the first thing that came to mind? I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not surprised, but that was wow. Nice. Awesome.
I don't think I've ever held in a laugh so much. That hurt. God damn it.
Because he's not stopping. He's like continuing to force he's like and he's just going.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a sense of like, do we get a feeling when we're about to be like ejected from the book? Like when things are about to like change?
Yes.
Do I have that
I would
feeling?
love.
Nope.
Oh damn.
I would like to try to, when that feeling occurs, like right as that happens, Gawain already has just a book taken out of the puzzle box. I want to try to like Indiana Jones the fucking recipe book at the last second, so
Okay.
they don't notice it for like just long enough for us to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Understood.
Like
Has
when you
no
say Indiana Jones, you mean like when he slides underneath the door and grabs his hat?
No, replacing
No.
the egg of a heavy object the same weight.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Gawain is focused on this recipe book, just sort of keeping an eye out as he as Yana is getting
Fisted to death.
yes.
And not in a good way.
It's
Correct.
Mm.
Well, that
Not
was
in a
hence the
consensual
moaning
way.
didn't happen. I'm gonna walk up to them and be like, Master, I'm sorry. She's fairly new here. Can you please forgive her?
and why should I?
Well, taking the time to pause and think.
Continuing to suffocate, like no air is coming in. You're like, well,
Well, us hags are more powerful the more of us there are. And I can assure you what us being more powerful is helpful towards you. Especially for whatever it is you plan. With all these, and I point to the things, all these ravens.
Give me a persuasion check.
Gonna guide my
Ardens.
ass to do this. That is a 22 before guidance.
Also, don't forget you have a
23
bardic
after
inspiration.
guidance.
23.
And if I need the bardic inspiration, if I fail, like I do have that on me.
That is a success. Very well. I suppose it is in my best interest to keep all of you around.
Yes, it is.
His arm like relaxes before in a flash of movement and cracking of bone. Yana, what did you say your name was?
Manage?
Manich. Manich no longer has a lower jaw, and it's just ripped off.
Do hags regenerate?
I don't think so. They don't have like regeneration in their stat block. Perhaps they have access to the that magic, because some of them can be powerful casters.
Especially in groups.
And he turns and says, "Do not let her die." And he drops the jawbone on the table, the jaw on the table, and turns to head out for some more ravens.
I don't know that healing word can fix this.
To get more, Morgantha rushes over together with the other hag, and the rest of you guys all come together, and she leads you guys in some very basic preliminary healing magic to at least stop the bleeding. Manage. We have been over this. You cannot sneak the Lord's reagents. You have no jaw to speak.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, can you speak without a lower jaw?
You're, like,
Yeah.
if you have a tongue, you can like loll a little bit. We will fix this later, but you will have to deal with this until then. She turns. And Strahd comes back in with another raven. All right, Morgantha. I think we have quite enough, and we can get this dish situated. Oh, quite right, my lord. Allow us a moment to prepare this. And we're going to do a quick little skill challenge.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, I wanted to ask him a question before all that.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
So master, what are these ravens for? I'm so curious. The magic sound ancient and powerful.
They are ancient, powerful, forbidden, and taboo.
With each word, like I'm gonna have like my eyes look bigger and just like be fawning at him.
Ned went to the oh my gosh. Why am I blanking on the movie? The one with the three witches sisters.
Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus. Yeah, he went to the Hocus Pocus School of Witchery. Ooh. 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 But it makes me very happy. This is a great
Ned is the embodiment of the word titillated with every single word, and in the physical aspect as well. Like he is going to utilize those now that he has them for this purpose.
Amazing. All right, how to cook. Where did that PDF go? There it is.
And this cooking is not is separate from the dinner we're making. It's whatever Strahd wants to do.
No, this cooking is for the Raven meal.
Damn, I cared less about that. I want to know what Strahd's doing.
You'll know soon enough. Don't you worry your pretty little head. I'll make sure that all of you are brought to the grand reveal.
Oh, I cannot wait, Master.
All right. Actually, yes. As you guys begin to prepare this dish, and we will do a small skill challenge. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we will roll into that right afterward. So let's go ahead and take 15, and we will we'll reconvene about 15 minutes after the hour, or just a hair before. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Don't touch that dime.
I'm having so much fun.
It's great.
Breaking people's jaws? That's what's fun for
Yeah.
you?
and describing torture scenes, apparently. We'll be right back. everyone, welcome back. We left off with the group beginning to prepare this meal that Morgantha had wanted to, in a every part of the bison kind of way. Since they're harvesting all of these bits from the ravens, might as well make something out of them. You don't let the meat go to waste or anything. You understand? So together, you guys are gonna go through 3 rounds. And let's see. The mechanics here are freeform. Let's see. I'm just going to read through. This is something that I found in this PDF supplement. And I'll just read through the bits here with you. So, how to cook. Gather your ingredients, set up a cooking method, pot over fire, pan in the oven, whatever. And then decide what meal to make. And then, as always, keep in mind it's a fantasy world. Pry at the limits of your creativity. In terms of complication, meals may range from every vegetable, meat, spice we've collected in a pot with some water, to almond-crusted kipper fish stuffed with basil, squash, and dire crab meat. So you guys can be as detail-oriented or as abstract as you want to. Because, you know, some cooking at extremes borders on chemistry. Gawain has demonstrated this. And it's all creativity. So however you want to approach this, whatever flair or spin you want to put on it, you may. Mechanics for cooking are separated into 3 parts: prep, execution, and appearance. Each portion relies on skill checks. And 2 are listed per portion for added flexibility. Prep relies on dexterity or wisdom. Those of you who are doing prep must chop up ingredients, debone and remove potentially poisonous organs, properly preserve perishables, etc.
Yana.
Execution relies on intelligence and strength. PCs assigned to execution must perform the actual cooking aspect of the meal prep. They're frying up fish, sautéing vegetables, baking cakes, simmering stews, etc. Intelligence or strength.
I got it.
And then
It's all been leading to this moment.
plating relies on charisma or constitution.
Ooh, I got that.
Ned,
PCs assigned to plate the food, and then Ivor, you can join whichever team you want. PCs assigned to plate the food must do so quickly while it's still warm without compromising its structural integrity. The meal ought to look just as appetizing as it is. The role also involves taste testing the food. Well done. So if there's any hazards, they're the first line of defense.
Yana,
I'll take that one. Ivor can have the chopping and cutting stuff.
You don't have a mouth.
It doesn't mean I can't eat.
That's
Means
true.
I can't chew.
Depending on what we're making, it might not be a problem.
Oh, she can be on my team because I'm going to shape water the stew into her tongue.
Mhm.
Yes.
Excellent. So, yeah, Ivor, you can, and if you guys want to do 2 different steps, that's okay too, because there's 3. So you guys can we can have up to 2 PCs in each step.
Yeah, I could use a Sue.
I think I'll help Yana first because she doesn't have a lower jaw right now. And if I had to venture to a different group, then I'll go and help Gwen.
Oh boy.
Like not
So-
it's like that.
It's the opposite. Where's the thumbs down button? Where is it?
What?
Okay. So, we are gonna jump into prep. Um, once again, prep relies on dexterity or wisdom, and you are prepping the meal. Yana and Ivor, how are you guys specifically? Paint me a picture. What does prep look like for each of you?
Slicing and dicing. Lots
Slicing
of
and
slicing
dicing?
and dicing.
Gotcha. Ivor?
I'm looking at what they're doing, and I'm just gonna give them a flash of genius. That's all I'm here for.
Okay. So you are going to play a very strong second fiddle. Very obviously, like, what do you need? I got you.
Go for
I'm going to say, Yana, go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
it. Dex check.
I'll say
I would-
honestly,
I'll allow
like,
sleight
what-
of hand.
honestly, one of the hardest things about
Right,
like
right.
being a chef is the timing of everything, getting all of your ingredients cooked at the right time, to the right temp, so they all come out together. Fucking, that's an intelligence roll if I've ever heard of one. It's legit a nightmare.
Ivor, flash of genius. Flash of genius.
Yeah, I'll click it off.
We're sitting at 7.
You have a bardic inspiration
We're
as
sitting
well.
at 7.
You do have it. Yep, 7.
Also,
You do have a
Ivor,
bardic
help
inspiration
action?
if you would like to use
Help.
it.
I-
You're making your own check, so we're not. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do the help action. But if you want to flash of genius, you may. You also have the bardic inspiration if you would like to use that.
Okay.
Sarah.
So Bardic is D6,
correct.
and Flash of Genius was what?
+5.
+5? Okay.
I think it's +5.
So the 7 becomes a
Whoa.
8, and
Woof.
God
the
damn
8
it.
becomes a 13.
Well,
How'd you roll
13.
naturally?
Where'd
3.
it go?
Oy.
I have
+4.
DCs. Oh, it's in the other thing.
If he'd asked for a Dex save, it would have been a much different story.
Yeah. So with a 13, that is a failure for the sleight of hand, as the it's not the consistency and the sizing as you're prepping and chopping stuff. It's
Am I
not
close
great.
enough to have given her guidance?
I'm too busy flinging my head side to side, trying to keep my tongue from slathering all over everything.
I'm guessing I wouldn't have been close enough to give her a guidance.
Correct. For this, I think we'll stick with. Yeah, well, go ahead and roll a d4 for guidance.
Okay. So 13
Hey, let's
becomes
go.
a 17.
17 will just make it. It was a 50-50 shot. Guidance had it, and it does have it. With the success, with a 17 of success, Ivor, as you are just sort of trying to insinuate what's going on, understand where Yana's going with this and what's going on, give me an insight check. That will be your wisdom skill.
Insight check. Okay. Bow.
Don't forget you have guidance and a bardic. But that's only if it's a fail. Let's see what you rolled. Oh, 14. Look at that.
4. Or D4. That's that. Okay. Plus 3. So 14, 17. Then what you said Bardic?
Only if you fail the roll. I think 17 is what Yana just got, so that might pass.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you need to use the Bardic.
Nah.
DM?
Yeah, 17 succeeds.
Okay.
And you're able to sort of suss out based on sometimes an obvious like point at what she needs, and sometimes she looks around looking for something and you know exactly what it is, based on like the progression of events and like this is where things are going. So starting off strong, 2 successes. On the first leg of this challenge, we're gonna move on to actually cooking. And that is Gawain, and who else is gonna man this one with him?
Oh, could it be two of us in each one?
Yes, 2 in each one.
I can help him there.
Okay, sounds good.
I am neither intelligent nor strong, but we'll see.
So yes, intelligence or strength. PCs are doing the execution. Are doing the actual cooking aspect, frying up fish, sautéing vegetables, baking cakes, simmering stews, the whole 9 yards. Gawain, remind me what you suggested to Morgantha for the ravens.
Either a slow roast or a braise. Because I'm assuming ravens have basically no fucking fat on them. Or maybe a raven confit. Yeah, no, raven confit. Yeah. Which is just a fancy way of saying you cook something in fat at a low temperature for a long time.
Very nice. That'll do it. Um, so, with that in mind, along with some sides here and there, some veggies, some starches, some carbs, go ahead and give me either intelligence or strength.
Gee, I wonder.
Oh, gee.
To do what exactly with it?
And this will be just a flat stat check.
Wait, but
Okay.
what's the purpose of the step? What are we doing?
This is the actual cooking. Moving things around, in and out of the oven, getting the ingredients that have been combined into the final cooking dishes and all of that good stuff.
Since I'm a proficient chef, wouldn't I be the only one here who would have potentially proficiency in this?
I will give you that, yes. Because you did you take the feat itself?
No, I just did the downtime and I got the actual chef's tools proficiency.
Then yes, yes, that's right. Because you have tool proficiency, absolutely.
Sweet. So this will actually be funny enough, better than my normal cooking because normally it's a wisdom roll, which is 2 lower. So this will be just a +8.
Hey, just don't poison the bread.
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing right now. Hags go, oh, this is delicious, and then just start, yeah.
Chat, if you're listening,
That
Gawain made an oopsie
is...
and made us all poop herself. And
That was fun.
not poop herself. We threw up.
That is a 15.
15 is going to fail.
Wait, could Ned guide me in that, or is he doing his own thing at this
I'm
exact
excellent.
moment?
I'm guidancing you for everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay,
Assume you have guidance.
okay. That'll be an 18 then.
18 will just succeed. As you are rushing her, I guess what does it look like?
It's
Yeah,
probably
what?
not weird. It's probably not weird for them because we're, hags at the moment, but like I'm using like my mage hand is going out, it's like whisking something at the same time as as I'm putting some ingredients together, putting the poor ravens. Gawain has had to like when he saw Straw just like going back and forth doing trips. It took everything within him to not cast Speak with Animals and just yell, "Run!" Like, so he's just kind of like it's a little extra salty in the Comfy as he just couple tears drop in there. But it's basically just like a lined baking rack full like just ravens just lined up in like a 3 by like 10 however many fucking things he however many ravens he killed. Uh, but it's just that and then a bunch of like oil on top of it, and then it goes into an oven with like garlic and other herbs and stuff, and probably, I don't know, human brains or some shit because they're hags.
You forgot Eye of Newt.
Yep.
You forgot the mustard seed.
And Ned.
Oh, I was gonna use my mage hand to emulate everything he's doing. So whatever he's chopping, I'm gonna mage hand chop things with. Um, and whenever something needs to be stirred and it has any kind of liquid in it, I'm gonna shape water to stir it efficiently.
Nice. Nice. Go ahead and give me, this will be, let's see, strength or intelligence.
You've given me spell attack rolls before when I do cantrips, so I don't know if strength or intelligence applies to this, but you know.
Yeah, I can be flexible. Yeah, go ahead and give me a spell attack.
Okay, I'm gonna also use innate sorcery, so my spell attack has advantage.
Oh boy. Nice. I walked right into this yeah, activated my trap card.
So is that correct? How
What's
the hell
up?
did it? Oh yeah, so I got a net 20
Nice.
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 or a 32.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that'll do it.
I am
Okay.
emulating him perfectly with my mage hand, and then stirring things to perfection with my shape water.
Mm-hmm. All right. So things are cooked to perfection, absolute perfection. With Gawain leading and Ned just absolutely like nailing every step alongside him, just a half a moment behind.
There's a beautiful thing in the kitchen. We call it the kitchen tango, but it's basically when you get into like a flow state with the people around you and you straight up don't have to talk. Like it's beautiful when it happens.
The culmination of Ned and Gawain's friendship.
Like when you don't even have to say behind. No, they already know you're there.
That's awesome.
As soon as you go, shit, I need garlic, they're like, here's your garlic. You're like, oh my God, I love you.
Nice. That's always fun when you get your mind read. I love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On to plating. Who's going to help us plate? Constitution and charisma.
Oh, that was gonna be me.
I'll help.
Okay.
Remember, this also involved a taste test.
Oh,
It
no.
sure does. All right. So, as you guys, Yana and Ivor, pass it off to Gawain and Ned, who cook it and then plate it, along with help from the other hags, Morgantha and her sisters. Plating relies on constitution or charisma. Plating the food quickly while it's warm, which is, I suppose, good that you guys are the ones who are taking it right out of the oven and taking care of it, without compromising the structural integrity and making it look appetizing. Anything specific that you guys are doing?
I want to pretty much plate these things with a flourish, and have it look as pretty as possible. And hence, wanting to do a flourish, I want to use performance to just make it all look really cool as I do it,
Nice. Okay.
which is charisma.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna guide my ass to do this. I still have the Bardic Inspiration if I need it, and I also have the D12 if I need it.
That's true.
So performance roll first. That is a 13.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for guidance. That's an initial 2, so that's a 15. Do I need to use that bardic?
No, 15 will succeed. As you are kicking it up one more notch, it is very nice.
And as I do it, I will consistently be casting minor illusion, so that as every plate gets like everything of food gets placed on the plate, like little like sparks pop up. They just give it a little bit more flair.
Lovely. All right, all right. Gawain?
Okay. So Ned has made it like very pretty. I'm gonna make sure. So number one, I'm resistant to fire damage, so I'm just gonna like I can take it out at literally the last fucking second and just fully, basically just grab it. So hopefully that'll help keep the temperature up on the food.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
I think I'm doing sniff tests. Gawain is for the first time in his life hesitant to taste his own food.
Oh, man.
Because he truly does not know what the fuck is in this food. Like
You
he
also get a
knows.
guidance from me, by the way, for whatever's gonna
Okay,
happen.
okay. But yeah,
Happy.
he's doing a smell test. He's not doing a taste test, and he's yeah. So he's trying to make sure its seasoning is on point as much as he can tell. Um, and making sure that the plating has like enough height and is like interesting enough.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because that's a big element of plating, is so that you don't just have like, okay, cool, you have mashed potatoes and a steak on top. That's it.
Right.
Got to give it some pizzazz.
Okay, so Ned did performance. Do you have a specific stat that you would like to do, or a specific check that you would like to do?
Could I do just a simple like my normal chef's tools check? It would be it's usually wisdom plus proficiency.
Yeah, we'll do charisma.
Okay. So essentially a persuasion check.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. D4.
DM,
Yes.
Yeah, that'll pass.
uh,
That's a 25.
if need be, if he fails, am I close enough to hit him with a flash of genius?
Well, since you weren't part of this step, I mean, no, I started there, but I backed off of that one. It would have been fine. He did not fail. Very much. Very much not. With a smashing success. This, for all your hesitancy to really, like, touch it, taste it, like, engage with it, it looks good. And you know you did a good job with what you were given. Now the question is, can you make up for what's in it? / whatever is in it. And Strahd has been standing just watching the whole time. As you present this and this plate and set it on the table, and Strahd looks around, just sort of glances over you guys, noting the fact that you did not taste it, that you only gave it a good sniff. Someone will surely have to taste this blasphemous meal. And he claps his hands. A man with slicked black hair, harsh eyes, and a dreadful regal air steps across the threshold of the hut. A man identical to Strahd in every way. The seated Strahd invites his double inside, and the clone marches up to the freshly plated dish.
Oh my, master, who is this?
This is me, of course. But I figured it would be better for him to test out whatever abomination you have cooked up here, pun intended. The lookalike does it just leans in. Well, it does smell decent. I'll tell you what they put in it in a moment, says the original Strahd. And he the clone takes a fork and takes a bite. Sort of cuts a piece off, takes a bite, tastes it.
And dies.
It actually has quite a nice bouquet of flavor. I wouldn't say ravens are known for their how do you say it? Cookability. They're not exactly lend themselves to the kitchen, and yet they've really done something. I actually don't mind it. These will serve nicely. And the original Strahd nods in return, bids the taster to leave, before kneeling and filling a glass vial with these, the viscera, bird bones, and the black feathers, that were set on a bowl off to the side, and on the floor. He, looks at you all, gives a slight nod, and disappears into a cloud of smoke and mist. And let's see. He turns into now he turns into a vapor and phases through the silty walls of the hut. As the vision here in this hut comes to a close, any last minute anythings? I know Gawain has something that he wants to do.
Yes. I'm trying to swipe the book right before we go out of it. Because I know it's not going to be like magical or anything, but it will have the information inside of it still, hopefully.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Figured that's what that was.
Guidance.
Okay.
You got the guidance.
Thank you, sir.
You got a lot going for you because you got guidance. You have a bardic inspiration that you haven't spent. Ivor, I'm sure.
You can't.
Oh no,
bardic
because you can't do
yourself.
it yourself. That's right. You're not
Yeah.
at that level.
Absolutely.
Ivor has the flash of genius at the very least, though. So you have a couple
true.
of things on your side.
Okay. Here. First, the guidance. That's a 4. So already with a flash of genius, we're at 9. And my sleight of hand's at +2, so we're at +11. That is a 28.
28. So a 23 before the flash of genius?
Yeah.
Okay. No need to use it. He can hang on to it. A
Okay.
23 will absolutely succeed.
All right. Because I clicked it and okay.
Yeah, so you've only used it once this time.
Well, we get it all back when we leave the book, anyways.
Correct. You
Yeah.
do get it all back when you leave the book. So I suppose it doesn't. It won't
It
much matter
matters,
because
but
the
it
next
doesn't.
one is just a bit of a scene setting. As you feel this, you start to get ever so slightly woozy, and you have been sure to place yourself near wherever this book is, just for whenever this happens, so that it's always in arm's reach. As the world begins to spin and melt, you just sort of like throw your arms out as though to steady yourself, and you grab the book, and just sort of slide it off, and are holding it as the scene changes, as the world shifts. and you are able to, as your vision comes back in, you're able to slide it into your bag, and you can add the whatever book will help you remember what this is. You can call it whatever you want. I don't have a magic item for it.
101 Ways to Cook a Child.
Morgantha Deville, yes. Nobody ever asked your last name. As you your vision resolves once again, you immediately, let's see, is there? You immediately feel the change from the warm, still calm inside this little hut to the cold, blowing wind. The cold, blowing wind that you experienced at the top of Castle Ravenloft when you saw the Heart of Sorrow for the first time. And you see that you are up there once again on the top of the ramparts. A wailing wind brushes away the mists around you, revealing the cracking, ancient stone of Castle Ravenloft's walls. The exterior is illuminated by a muted vermilion glow. A low thrumming rises and falls as the light pulses in unison. The source of the light appears to be a 10-foot-tall, ruby-red gemstone in the shape of a human heart, wrapped firmly in golden bands and floating over the depthless, hollow center of the tower spire. This is the same tower that would rock violently as you guys attempted to ascend it, and had those animated halberds that went after you when you guys did make it to the top. The doorway into the tower and the source of the glow are suddenly eclipsed by a cloaked figure. Strahd has climbed the stairs of the tower's interior and now stands between you and this crystal. With a nonchalant, very faint wave of his hand, his black leather boots rise from the staircase landing, and he glides through the air toward the heart. He touches his hand to it, and just sort of flattens his palm against it for a moment, and it, with the flare of the light and that pulsing sound, holds it for a moment, and then just sort of leans back and retrieves 3 glass vials filled to the brim with various murky admixtures. You recognize these as the vials that he was filling up. You saw him do 2 of them, one at the Standing Stones in Berez, one at the little hut, presumably up by Old Bone Grinder. The third one you can only assume was gathered as part of the ritual for the desecration of the Mountain Fane, which you did not see. As he floats over, he takes one of the vials and pours it into one of the arterial aortic bits at the top, the vessels that sort of branch up off the heart, and he pours one in and on the heart and says, "I am the ancient, I am the land." And as he pours it and sort of like drizzles it and just like pours it all over the top, rather than just a pulse, it's a heartbeat, and the light but then stops. He floats around to another angle, takes out a second vial, and pours it on and in the heart as well. I am the ancient. I am the land. Again, a second time, the light and the thrum pulses with a heartbeat pattern rather than just the that it had been doing. And for the third and final vial, he rotates and is on the opposite side, directly across the crystal from you. And he looks up and out, presumably across the land, to survey it one last time before he finishes this ritual. But you can't help but feel like he's making eye contact with each of you. It's like he's looking at you. You look down and you are yourselves. And yet, you know that you don't have an impact here. You are only yourselves when you are unseen and just mere spectators here. So you know he doesn't see you, and yet you have to fight every sense, the eye contact, the piercing gaze. It's as though he sees right into your soul as he pours the third vial without looking at the heart and says, almost to each of you, I am the ancient. I am the land. And as he repeats this motion a third time, the final vial, the thrum turns into a pounding. And the light pulsing like that, in that same pattern. The ruby flashes in sync with the sound, and the crystalline structure fractures and shatters. Shards of the heart crumble and fall into the depths below. Layered beneath the gemstone are flesh. The rest of the shell shatters, and a 10-foot tall human heart, glowing from the inside, semi-see-through, semi-transparent. You see the layers, and yet it is not just gem. It is flesh, perhaps not blood, hanging aglow in the night at the top of this tower. Your vision darkens. The eye contact that Strahd has held with you this whole time doesn't break as the darkness comes across your vision. And suddenly you find yourselves walking once again, slowly taking steps following Strahd the guide. This was not mere iconoclasm. Now I need to know how to pronounce this.
It'd be really cool if in character that's what happened too.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, if that's what Strahd said.
He crosses it out in the diary every single time.
Right, exactly. Pronunciation.
Strahd is just sitting there like, line.
Iconoclasm. Okay. This was not mere iconoclasm. My faith was in myself. I had none to spare for the gods. None at all. And as this passage in the tome resolves, the tome evolves once again. The attuned creature may now cast Magic Jar as a ritual spell once per dusk.
Ooh, that one, I remember that thing has a lot of weird applications.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you
Maybe
isn't it
he
like
just
a
wants a
soul
lot of
jar?
mayonnaise.
Magic Jar is a integral part, canonically, of the lichification process.
Yeah.
Because you can do mind transfers of that thing, I think, if I remember correctly.
Soul. Hold on, what did I? The Magic Jar. Not soul. Magic Jar.
Oh, we
Like-
gotta go to the 2024 one though.
Yes. Lasts until dispelled. Casting time 1 minute. Your body falls into a catatonic state as your soul leaves and enters the container that you used for the spell's material component. A gem, crystal, reliquary, or something else worth 500 gold pieces or more. While your soul inhabits the container, you are aware of your surroundings as if you were in the container's space. You cannot move or take reactions. The only action you can do is to project your soul up to 100 feet out of the container, either returning to your living body and ending the spell, or attempting to possess a humanoid's body.
Mm-hmm.
You can attempt to possess any humanoid within 100 feet of you that you can see, and creatures protected by protection from evil and good or magic circle cannot be possessed. The target makes a charisma save, and on a failed save, you enter the target's body, and the target's soul becomes trapped in the container. On a successful save, the target resists your efforts, and you cannot attempt to possess it again for 24 hours. Once you possess it, you control it. Your hit points, hit dice, strength, dex, and con, and speed, as well as your senses, are replaced by the creatures. You otherwise keep your mental statistics and proficiencies and all of that. Meanwhile, the possessed creature's soul can perceive from the container using its own senses, but it can't move and it is incapacitated. While possessing a body, you can take a magic action to return from the host body to the container if it's within 100 feet, returning the host creature's soul to its body. If the host body dies while you're in it, the creature dies, and you make a charisma saving throw against your own spell save DC. On a success, you return to the container. Otherwise, you die. If the container is destroyed or the spell ends, your soul returns to your body. If your body is more than 100 feet, or if your body is dead, you die. If another creature's soul is in the container when it is destroyed, the creature's soul returns to its body. If alive, otherwise that creature dies. When the spell ends, the container is destroyed. That's actually really cool.
No, it's a very interesting spell. I always just thought that the name is very deceiving because Magic Jar doesn't sound like it'll do all that complicated nonsense.
It sure doesn't. Right.
That's a self spell though, right?
That is self, correct.
So that means only Risk can use it.
Yeah,
So does that mean that Risk could potentially use it to like split their bodies now? So that Omerus could have the body and then Risk could potentially put it into a new one? Is that like
That feels...
I'm trying to understand the vibe of this spell because it's a lot of text.
It is a lot of text. So Riss is in a unique position because Riss already has two souls in their body. So this could absolutely be a way to just move that soul to another spot. I would absolutely allow some shenanigans to sort of make it to use this as a vehicle to make a permanent transition.
I mean, we could also possess Strahd with this potentially, but you know.
Evil. Oh my god, it is evil containment wave.
Took me a while to find it, but I think that's accurate.
They
I
never.
love that they use a rice cooker for that too.
Yeah, he used a rice cooker. He's used a jar. Yeah,
Sake bottle.
yeah, that too. Yeah.
Amazing.
So DM, just to clarify, this was chapter 8, not 9.
Correct. This was chapter 8.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we have one more chapter.
We have another chapter that you guys had planned to do. Yes.
Yes. There's 15 chapters in the book total.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So we're only halfway
13
there.
for some reason.
It's 13.
Is it 13?
Have it up. Let me look.
Well, that was 15.
Okay, halfway there.
Or more than halfway there if it's 13.
Yeah.
Yes, 12 plus an epilogue.
Ah,
So
okay.
13. Yep.
The epilogue is like the "Where Are They Now" episode.
Uh, So yes, Riss was able to decode the chapter titles. I'll say is probably fine. Chapter 9 is called The March of the Dawn. I'll pause because I'm sure that Gawain is writing it down.
You are correct.
Chapter 10 is called The Legacy of Vasily von Holtz.
Yeah. Shit.
Look at him.
10.
He's going.
The Legacy of Vasily von Holtz.
Yep.
Okay.
Chapter 11 is called The Final Dusk.
Okay.
Chapter 12 is called A Soul's Return.
Okay.
And then the epilogue is called A Lord's Rest.
Okay.
There it is. Ghostbusters, baby.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So, as you guys exit this, the tome back into the real world, or at least your little pocket plane on this pocket dimension of this demiplane of this real world, Riss is sweating profusely, is somehow paler than usual. And as soon as you guys all just sort of land out, just sort of like relaxes and releases the magic, just sort of sways, and that was the longest hour I've ever done.
Oh, can we get you anything?
Get some water, please.
Do they need
These-
water? I don't think they need water. They don't eat or drink, right?
I want to drink some water.
Caesar
feel
immediately
Insight
goes-
check. Who is this?
Right now it's Amaris.
Can
Ugh.
Amaris drink water in this body? Now I'm confused.
The body doesn't need it, but Amaris has, like, you've known that Amaris to sample the cooking, just because she likes to eat. She likes the sensation. It's a habit, not a necessity.
I'll get her some water. The old-fashioned way.
With shape water.
Shape water.
Old-fashioned way. Yes, that is the old-fashioned way.
Shape
Yes.
water and mage hand to give the cup to them.
Yep. Sully your hands. Just. I don't. Does Riss feel like this? Does Riss get like this?
Do they?
No. Like, Riss doesn't have these sort of cravings for, like, consumption.
Oh, I thought she meant like as tired as she was right now after this. No, generally they don't like to eat or drink at all, actually.
It. Excuse me. I don't understand it. Like, why do I need to if they don't need to?
Honestly, 50 years being magical, I'll tell you this. Magic's weird. Just accept it.
I wonder if I get drunk, if they're gonna be drunk. I think I want to test that.
Ooh, I'll help you. But not today. We really need them to do some studies.
All right.
Hey, I mean, if you want to like save this world, and I'm assuming you do,
But
we
another
need their
time.
brain.
Excuse me. But you'll help. We can go drinking another time.
Oh no, definitely.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Okay.
I mean, the last two parties we've had, I've made sure there was alcohol involved. So
You all right? And that's. I wanted to. I listen. I know that you're fun.
notably,
I want.
every time that happened, Ned didn't actually drink that much. He'd probably have a glass or two. He just knows that other people need it.
Mm-hmm. I. You are. You're always. Yes. No. I know. I've seen. It's. I needed you to say it to promise, so then I could hang it over your head. Clearly, someone's been hanging out with Riss too much. Well, I'm going to talk with Riss and see what the plan is. I guess we're going to go do more experiments on these vampires with a girlfriend.
Oh, cool. You refer to them as that too.
Well, I mean, you don't know what it's like in here when they show up, when she shows up.
But please do tell.
Was uh, hey, that's enough of that. Riss is back. I think. Oh, you know, it's time for me to go meet Ludmilla. I gotta go. Bye.
Nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you. And they look at Ned. They look at as they say that to you, Ivor. They look at Ned afterwards, pointedly, as they just sort of head off to wherever the rendezvous was with Ludmilla for day 2 of their experimentation and testing.
Keep in mind, this would have been the same day that Ned goes to the Amber Temple.
Yes, this would be Amber Temple Day. Well, let's see. It is. We got about another hour to play with. I don't know. We can. Let's save the March of the Dawn for next time, because that's not something I want to stop in the middle of, having read it. It's something that I think we'd enjoy doing in one shot, and hopefully having Riss here for as well. So, as you guys are... What's that?
Never mind. Go ahead.
So as you guys are prepping for your second day of downtime, if there's anything specific that came to mind, any conversation that you wanted to have following this bit of the tome, you are welcome to do so.
I would love to crack open that book and see if there's anything important in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see.
I think Ivor, you stayed with us, right?
I'll still be working on that potion.
If I can. But that's what I mean. But you stayed at like Mary's house when that was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll ask Ivor, hey, so this is the cookbook or whatever instruction manual they were using for whatever, I don't know what they were doing. I just thought this might have some information. I just didn't know if you could help me go through it and maybe decode it. See what it's about, if there's anything useful in there.
DM, what would I use on this?
You said for decoding and investigating, just try to see what the deal is, like, once over everything?
It's not necessarily decoding, because I don't know if they would, like, code their recipes. That's up to you. But, more or less, Gawain's thought process is, if there's a recipe for something in there, and that is partially what changed Strahd, or gave him any kind of form of his powers, then maybe you and Riss could, like, reverse engineer it.
Hmm.
Like figure
This
out how to
seems
do the
more of
opposite.
a Arcana thing.
You have Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking to sift through it quickly and just sort of give the contents a once-over. Gotcha.
I'll read through the whole thing. I just want that's like really what I'm
Hmm.
Okay,
looking
yeah.
for.
It'll take some time to read through, like you're saying. How quickly can Ivor put together the cliff notes? Okay. Ivor, give me
Arctic.
both an Arcana and an Investigation.
Okay.
You can guide
So
yourself.
You're looking for a DC. Okay, I have an idea. But it'll be a combined, so total the numbers together.
Wait, I can't remember. Did we give you that spell? Nope. Forgot we got rid of it.
Whoop. Okay. It's close.
Don't forget your D4 on each, and if you fail a roll, you can add a D6.
No, I got a natural 19 on the D20.
And gets +9 to each roll. Because I knew he would forget.
So the first one's a 28. Roll us, and so +9 to both. You said.
Mm-hmm. Investigation
the-
and Arcana he's proficient in.
Roll
That's
the,
without guidance too, technically.
That's without guidance, correct?
Yep. For this, we'll say you can do one guidance for the whole thing because it's like a combo check.
Well, I rolled a 2 on the D4.
30,
Okay.
and then roll your second D20.
Second D20.
And add 9.
8.
47.
Yeah, that'll do it. Let's see. Boy, ChatGPT came up with some good names for this cookbook. Some of them are fun. I am partial to Morgantha's Marvelous Morsels and Maledictions. I think that's what it is.
Yep.
That's a
put it
good
in
one.
chat
I like
for
that
ya.
one.
Yeah, thank you.
It's gonna be hard to beat that one. There's like From Crumb to Crypt, Eye of Newt and Other Comfort Foods, Farm to Phylactery. That was fun. But I like the Morgantha's Marvelous Morsels and Maledictions. That feels very much like a fun title. Anyway, Ivor, with a success, how quickly can you get the cliff notes? Very quickly, as it turns out, as the case may be. The short answer is alchemy, of course, was involved. The amount of power that Strahd grafted into, he didn't like just consume it. He had to like graft it into himself, almost surgically implant it into his system, effectively. The amount of power that he just sort of like scooped and took would have vaporized him. It would have burned him from the inside out. They had to strengthen him. It's part of what it must have happened either during the either after the mountain Fane's desecration, or before just before the final like collection rite was done. It gives you a breakdown. I don't have the specific ingredients, but it does give you a breakdown of what was used. the fortification that was used. There are several unsavory ingredients that would just be unpalatable in order to obtain for anything for your guys' use. Both unfortunately and unsurprisingly. But where this sort of avenue opens up counterattacks. Because this is not, I'm a god now. This is, I wield the power of a god. It's not me, but it is mine. Can you be disarmed of something like this? What happens if you were to whip up some sort of alchemical counter right now? Perhaps it would have an impact, a serious impact. What happens if you were to whip up a counter after you have reconsecrated the shrines? Now we're talking about, there's a serious idea. That's going to, if any of this alchemy is maintained, that's going to bring him back down to a much more manageable level, even after we take away all of the godlike power that he's obtained. This is a viable plan.
So glad I grabbed that.
So you have to reconsecrate everything and then also antidote whatever you did. Is what
So
you're
that
saying?
would be, yes, that would be, you would have to either slip it into something and have it, and you'd have to somehow introduce it into his system. You'd have to dose
After
him with something.
reconsecrating, correct, though, right?
You could do it before. It just, realistically, it would take some time, and he would probably still be able to wipe the floor with you, even with whatever issues you can create. It's probably going to be more useful if you do it afterward. Yes.
And would I have to relay this information when we wake up, or
You're relaying it to Gawain right now.
Yeah, this is, you guys are
We're whispering
unless you
probably still.
You could
But
cast
I would
another
probably-
rope trick if you want. Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Seems important enough that this is another up top conversation.
That's fine. So either mark off a spell slot or go ahead and mark off a scroll.
Ivor, you got the spell slot?
yeah, I got enough. What am I casting?
Rope trick.
Rope trick. So that we can,
Oh, yeah.
so basically so that you can tell me, and I think Jan is also there because Ned fucked off and so did Riss. So,
I'll mark.
but we can at least know this information, talk about it for a second, and then come up with some form of viable plan. Because fun enough, the two of you are our alchemists.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't do alchemy. I can do herbalism. So that is on you two. But I think this is definitively a good step. This is something not that we can hit him with right now to weaken him, but when he's already weakened, we can just knock him down even another notch.
Wow, I'm washed out. Boy, am I white.
Right, but does the book give us details on what they need to craft?
No, it doesn't describe a counter, but as you're reading over it, the way, just what it basically, they use alchemy to fortify him. So logic would state that therefore you could use alchemy to undo that fortification.
But we don't know exactly what is still a thing.
Not necessarily. Some alchemists would have to look at it and break it down and try to see what they can come up with to undo.
So that's the ingredients that Strahd used, though.
Yes.
Okay, so realistically, then Yana and or Ivor can do like a alchemist check or whatever to see what counters it.
Yes, you guys could do some work. It would be a one step that would be one step of a several step process to try to come up with this countermeasure.
Are there alchemists in the Keepers of the Fang?
Keepers of the no, there's not enough of them.
Okay.
Yana is largely self-taught.
Yes.
Ah.
Is this
Okay.
something that we can do now?
You guys are, like I said, it would have to be downtime. And since we have already spent this downtime, this is an idea for
Later.
for
There's
later.
also the thought that like the new Keepers HQ has a whole section related to alchemy.
Yep.
That could help them with this and give them advantage and a plethora of bonuses, I'm hoping.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
But I think we should definitely set them up with the two of you once we get to the HQ should get
Do some homework.
Figure something out. But I think this is another, because we're not going to beat Strahd with one plan.
No.
It's just not going to happen. But if we have 15 to 20 small plans that all execute at the same time.
We might stand a chance.
Exactly.
Yeah. We are strong ourselves. And we have a lot of allies. We have a small army.
Mm-hmm.
However, yeah, it is good to have a contingency.
Now, if they all behave themselves, it'll work even better.
I'm pretty sure you can keep them in line, Yana.
Sure.
Oh, I think that was less pointed at the Keepers of the Fang and maybe more at the Toranescu and Stoyanovic's.
Yeah, precisely.
Those are the wild cards we can't control. Well, we can deal with, but we can't control, because if they, mess up and kill someone who wasn't in their territory,
Yep.
they're gonna have to deal with us.
Exactly.
They know they will. They saw what Yana what could do holding back.
I was just having fun.
Sure you were.
How do you think that the the Keepers of the Fang, with this tiny little sliver of what they once were, are still able to hold their own against all of these vampires, against all of these werewolves? Of course.
We just play with them.
Only you
my.
can do that.
Of course.
All right. Well, with that idea filed away for safekeeping and future reference, we will go ahead and move through day 2 of downtime, as we have discussed in our last session. And Riss will do another chapter from the tome for our next session. And we will roll for that at the top of our next game. So yeah, I guess we'll it's a great stopping point. We'll pick back up there next time. We'll see you guys then. Thank you so much, everyone who joined us live on Twitch and YouTube. I appreciate you. And if you're catching us on the VODs, I appreciate you there too. No biggies. As I say every week, sometimes it's just not in the schedule for a shot of time like this every week or even regularly. So whenever you get the time to swing by, all right with me. If you do want to go either way, VODs to lives or lives to VODs, RPGstorytelling.com is your best bet to get right where you're going. Has the links to everything, as well as some extra goodies that you should definitely look at. Like, real talk, no joke, it's good stuff. If you like the stories we're telling here, you'll enjoy the merch that we got. A good little way not only to support us, but also to keep engaging and keep taking part in the stories that we're telling here. Boy, well, without further ado, thank you so much to everyone who joined us. I appreciate you here, as I always say, to listen to the stories that we write and that we tell together. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. And always remember, you are the legend at the end of the Dragon's Tale. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right.